Something a little better than that.
April 5th, 2002, that was the day Alice in Chains lead singer Layne Staley passed away. A very tragic time. The band had worked very hard to get to that point and had put behind them an awesome catalog of music. But on that day in 2002, it seemed that Alice in Chains was over. However, we fast forward 7 years to 2009, and Alice in Chains were releasing a new record with a new singer. That album, Black Gives Way to Blue, and that new lead singer and guitarist was William DuVall.
You know, Layne Staley will never be replaced in the sense that most people mean it. He was fantastic, and he was his own person, and now he's not here anymore. And so the only thing I can do is what comes naturally to me, be myself, and come into this band, you know, and you know, I certainly am gonna pay respect to the old songs, the melodic structure of the old songs. I love those songs, but I'm also gonna invest them with my own experience, because that's the only way you can sing them, honestly.
As the band has always put it themselves, there is no replacing Layne Staley. That is not what they're trying to do. They're just trying to continue on. And DuVall was the man to do that. DuVall was always going to face criticism, was always going to be compared to Staley, and he was. Here he talks about the reviews which came out that referred to the similarity between his voice and Layne's. I have my own thing, I always have and I always will. But when working within the context of Alice in Chains, there are certain areas that naturally overlap in terms of our influences, taste, and even vocal tonalities, approaches to riffs and harmonies. DuVall explained further, talking about how he feels singing Layne Staley's songs live on stage. It's incredibly powerful, especially if there's a sea of people in front of you. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. For many years now, I've had to live in that space with the older material and inhabit these songs which, in some cases, have lyrics written by Layne describing a state of affairs with him. Of course, you learn things, and I've heard countless stories from my bandmates about who he was as a person, how funny he was, and how we would have gotten along. I've met his family, all of that. Layne was doing the same thing that all of us try to do as songwriters. You're trying to tell your truth, and hopefully it strikes a chord with somebody else.
We've got the video for Rooster on the way next. Now, although the song itself isn't very violent, why did you feel it was necessary to have such a violent and explicit video?
We were just trying to make the video as true to the you know, storyline behind the song. You know, it's about real hard times, you know, during a war, and the no contact with the family and friends and loved ones, and you know, it's a serious thing. It wasn't meant to be violent or scary, but
just real.
Yeah.
Well, William DuVall, as we've said before, is in a no-win battle. When you're trying to replace such a rock icon as Layne Staley, you're never gonna win, right? But in my opinion, DuVall actually has won. The guy clearly has mad respect for Layne. As I release this video, he's done 3 very awesome new Alice in Chains records. That foundation of the band is still there with Jerry Cantrell, Sean Kinney, and Mike Inez, still very much Alice in Chains. Just a new version of them, right? Not a 90s version of Alice, but a 2000s version of them. The tragedy of losing Layne Staley, talented songwriter, very good singer as we all know, an amazing performer with Alice in Chains. The band could have completely folded up when he died. For a short time they did, I guess. But no, they didn't give up. They came back. They made some pretty damn awesome records. And very cool to see that the band is continuing on. So there it is, guys. Thanks heaps for tuning in. Be sure to drop a like down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We'll catch you on the next one.